In the last part, we had learned about respiration. In this part, we will be learning about cell division. Cell division is an important life process in living organisms. Now, living organisms are made up of cells, that is, cell is the building block of our body. Division of cell is an important part of living organisms. Due to cell division, new organisms are formed. Now, cells can be of two types in our body. First is stem cell. Now, stem cell is also called as somatic cell. Stem cells are the cells that are able to develop to many different cells. So that means from one stem cells, you can get different types of cells. So one stem cell produces different types of cells in our body. From muscle cell to a brain cell, all the different types of cells can be produced from the stem cell. Also, they can fix damaged tissue. So if any tissue damage occurs because of any accident or any other reason, so the tissues can regrow because of these stem cells. So in short, except our reproductive cells, all other cells in our body are called as stem cells or the somatic cells. So खाली reproductive cells को हम लोग stem cells में include नहीं करते. And all the other cells except the reproductive cells are the stem cells. Second type of cell is germ cell. Now germ cell are the cells that are present in our reproductive part. So the reproductive cells are called as germ cells. In female it is ova or egg, and in males it is called as sperm. Now here is the structure of a chromosome. So in a chromosome we have two identical chromatids. P arm is present, Q arm is present, and the P and Q arm are attached together at a point that is called as the centromere. And also in the chromosome we have a part that is called as the DNA. So in our chromosome the DNAs are also present. Now during cell division, these chromosomes play a very important role, as accordingly if the chromosomes are being separated or not, whether it is 2n or 4n, and then that particular type of cell is formed. Now there are two types of cell division, mitosis and meiosis. अब mitosis कौन से cell में होगा and meiosis कौन से cell में होगा? So all the stem cells or the somatic cell divide through mitosis. So जितने भी stem cells or somatic cell है, in that mitosis will take place. And when the germ cells are dividing, that time meiosis will take place. So during the division of germ cells, meiosis takes place, and during the division of stem cells or the somatic cells, mitosis takes place. Now also one thing is important, that while division, nucleus and all the other cell organelles are also present. Another thing, before any type of division in mitosis and meiosis both, पहले क्या होता है, cell it replicates itself. Now what it is replicating is, it replicates the chromosomes which are present in it. So for example, in the parent cell, 2n number of chromosome was present, so it will replicate itself and it will become 4n. So 2n से it will become 4n. और अगर n number of chromosomes are present, so it will become 2n. Understood? What is happening is the chromosome number is replicating, that we call it as DNA replication. So before any division, first the cell replicates itself. The chromosome number replicates. In mitosis, after the replication, the cell division takes place and two cells are formed. So from the parent cell, you get two cells. Now as the parent cell was 2n, there were 2n number of chromosomes which are present. So in the daughter cells, 2n and 2n number of chromosomes will be present in both. क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है? Because पहले वो डबल हुआ, 4n हुआ, फिर ये 2n का बना और ये 2n का बना. Then we have meiosis. Meiosis cell replication takes place. For example, it was 2n, it replicates and it became 4n. 4n से then again two daughter cells are formed. This one will be 2n, this one will be 2n. And then these 2n will give rise to four daughter cells. So this will be n, 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 n. Understood? The first type of division is mitosis. Mitosis takes place in the somatic cell and the stem cells. It has two steps. First is karyokinesis and cytokinesis. So mitosis has two steps. First is karyokinesis, in which nuclear division takes place. Whatever thing is present inside the nucleus, those things will get divided. And in cytokinesis, the cytoplasm is divided and then two cells are formed. Now you may be wondering, what is 2n and n? So 2n is the condition when the chromosomes are present in pair. So if a chromosome is present in pair, it is called as 2n. And if only a single chromosome is present, it is called as in n condition. Now the first step in mitosis is karyokinesis. Karyokinesis has 5 steps: interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Now interphase is called as the resting phase. In this, the cell prepares itself for the cell division. In this phase, the chromosome number doubles up, that is, it replicates itself. After the interphase, we have the prophase. In prophase, what happens is the chromosome starts to condense and it becomes visible. So you can easily identify the chromosomes. Also, the chromosome starts to go towards their sister chromatids. So they try to reach towards their sister chromatids. Now, as the chromosome has become short and thick because of condensation, so that is the reason you can easily see them. Also, the centriole starts to appear. You can see a star-like structure. This is called as the centriole. Now, from the centriole, the spindle fiber will arise in the next phase. Also, the centriole, as it replicates, it divides into two and it moves towards the two end. One is present here, the other is present here. And an important part in prophase is that the nuclear membrane disappears. In the interphase, you can find the nuclear membrane is present, but in prophase, the nuclear membrane starts to disappear. You can say it completely disappears. After the prophase, we have the metaphase. Now, in metaphase, the nuclear membrane, as it is not present, you can't see any nuclear membrane. Chromosomes become more clearly visible. We can see the chromosomes, and all the chromosomes, they align themselves in a parallel form, or we can say that they align themselves in an equatorial plane. So all the chromosomes are aligned here. And the spindle fibers have arisen. You can see the spindle fibers have also arisen. And the spindle fibers, it starts to form between these particular chromosomes, or you can say from the centromere, the chromosome is passing. Now, if this is our chromosome, this middle part here, that is called as the centromere. So from the centromere, the spindle fiber, it passes. The next phase is the anaphase. Now here in anaphase, the centromere, which earlier was attached, it splits up and the chromosome is broken. The sister chromatids of each chromosomes are separated. This one and this one, it gets separated. Also, as they were in parallel form in the earlier stage, now here they are pulled off like from each other and they look like a bunch of banana. These separated chromatids, these are called as the daughter cells. So these chromatids, they have separated now. These are called as the daughter cells. Now when the cell will divide, so this will go into one cell and this will go into one cell. So this is what is called as the anaphase. You can say that things starts to move apart from each other in the anaphase. Next is the telophase. Now in the telophase, the chromosome again starts to condense itself. You can see the condensation of the chromosome again starts to happen and this starts to become thick like a thin fiber, and also this starts to become invisible. Now here earlier phase, they were completely visible, but now they are starting to become invisible. Also the spindle fiber which was there in anaphase has now disappeared. The nuclear membrane, you can see, has started to appear again. So the nuclear membrane starts to reappear around each sets of chromosomes. So in here also, in these set of chromosome also the nuclear membrane has appeared, और ये वाले set में भी nuclear membrane has appeared. And you can also say that the two daughter nuclei are forming. So here one daughter nuclei is forming and here the other daughter nuclei is forming. And with telophase, our karyokinesis is completed. So I hope you have understood what is kainokinesis. First interphase, cell जो है वो replicate होता है. Prophase में these chromosomes जो है it starts to condense and they go near their sister chromatids. Nuclear membrane जो है वो disappear हो जाएगा. Metaphase में spindle fiber starts to arise. ये जो chromatids sister chromatids है, they starts to go stand in an equatorial plane, that is they come and align in the middle. And in the anaphase, then these chromatids are pulled away from each other so that each set of chromosomes are sent in each cell. And in the telophase, the nuclear membrane again start to reappear and two different nuclei, or you can see two different daughter nuclei जो है वो form होना start हो गए. Now only one thing is left, that this cytoplasm should be divided. So that will be divided in cytokinesis. Next step in mitosis is cytokinesis. Now our two daughter nuclei are present. They have been formed. But now only cytoplasm division is left. So that happens in cytokinesis. Cyto is for cytoplasm division. So here now, as we had seen in the last part, that two daughter nuclei were formed in the telophase. Now in cytokinesis, a notch develops and this notch gradually deepens itself and slowly two different nuclei, or you can say two different daughter cells are formed. So from one daughter cell we get two different daughter cells. Now these are usually identical to their parent cell, and this is called as cytokinesis, and here the mitosis ends, that is these two cells are formed. अब अगर इनको भी divide होना है, so this particular cell will again go into prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase and cytokinesis. These two cells are separate cells. It will divide separately. Now students, you may think why mitosis is essential for our body. So mitosis plays a very important role in growth of our body. So from the time we are born to the time we die, till that time mitosis plays a very important role, as some of the other cells are being divided and new cells are formed. Also, it plays a very important role in restoration of the damaged body tissues. Any tissue gets damaged or any cells get damaged, to restore it, mitosis is important. It is also very important for wound healing. If any cut is there, any accident is there, so heal those things so that the cells divide and the heal or the wound is being cured. So for that, mitosis is required. And also it is very important for the formation of blood cells, to form our cells in our body, that is RBC, WBC, platelets. For that also mitosis plays a very important role. With this we complete mitosis. In the next part we will be learning about meiosis.